place after all framing, walls, floors, and roof structure is complete, but before insulation or drywall is installed. The inspector will verify lumber sizes, spacing, and connections match approved plans. Sure wall nailing patterns are correct, critical for earthquake resistance. Roof nailing is per code. Headers above openings are correctly sized and supported. Wall, floor, and roof members are properly connected with approved hardware. Joist hangers, hurricane ties, hold downs. Blocking is installed where required. Fire blocking is in place between floors and in stud cavities. This inspection often takes the most time. Have your approved plans and a nail gun with the correct nails ready. Inspectors will physically check nailing patterns, don't skimp here. Rough electrical inspection. After framing and before walls are closed, rough electrical must be inspected. The inspector checks wire routing, sizing, and type, typically 12 or 14 gauge Romex for residential, panel box installation and wiring. Junction boxes installed at every splice point. Proper support and stapling of wires. Rough in for receptacles, switches, and light fixtures. AFCI and GFCI circuit protection were required by code. Smoke and carbon monoxide detector. Rough in locations. California has adopted strict AFCI, arc fault circuit interrupter, requirements. Nearly all bedroom and living space circuits require AFCI breakers. Make sure your electrician is up to date on current code. Rough plumbing inspection. Inspected at the same stage as rough electrical, before walls are closed. The inspector checks drain, waste, and vent, DWV, piping, proper slope, a 1/4 inch per foot minimum, materials, and connections. Supply piping, hot and cold water. Rough in pressure test. The DWV system is typically filled with water or air and tested for leaks. Supply lines must also be pressure tested. Proper support and strapping of pipes. Water hammer arresters where required. Gas line. Rough in if applicable. Note: plumbing inspections may be done by LA County Public Works or, in some cases, by the local water/sanitation agency. Your permit documents will specify rough mechanical inspection. If your project includes HVAC work, ductwork must be inspected before being concealed. The inspector checks duct sizing and routing match approved mechanical plans. Duct connections are properly sealed with mastic or foil tape, not duct tape. Combustion air and exhaust are properly vented. Equipment clearances. California's Title 24 energy standards have strict requirements for duct sealing. A duct leakage test may be required and must be performed by a certified HERS, Home Energy Rating System, rater. Insulation inspection. Before drywall is installed, the insulation must be inspected. The inspector verifies insulation type and R value match what was specified in your Title 24 energy calculations. Walls, ceilings, and floors are properly insulated. Vapor barriers are installed correctly where required. No gaps or voids in the insulation. In California, energy compliance is strictly enforced. Make sure you're using the insulation type and R value specified in your approved Title 24 report. Lath or drywall nail inspection. Before drywall is taped and finished, the inspector may need to verify drywall thickness is correct. 5/8 inch type X required for fire-rated assemblies. Screw or nail spacing meets code requirements. Fire-rated assemblies, such as between garage and living space, are properly constructed. This inspection is sometimes done at the same time as the insulation inspection. Now that you know the inspection types, let's talk about how to actually schedule them. For projects in unincorporated LA County, scheduling is done through your Epic LA account. For permits in contract cities that contract with LA County for building services, call your local building and safety district office directly. Inspection windows. Inspectors do not give exact arrival times. Typically you'll receive a morning window, AM, or afternoon window, PM. Someone must be on site to provide access. If you need to cancel at least 24 hours in advance through Epic LA or by phone to avoid being charged a failed inspection fee. Here's how to maximize your chances of passing every inspection on the first try. White heavy checkmark. Have the approved stamped plans on site and accessible. White heavy checkmark. Have the permit card posted visibly at the job site. White heavy checkmark. Confirm all work is complete for that inspection stage. White heavy checkmark. Do not cover, conceal, or enclose any work until after it passes. White heavy checkmark. Ensure access is available to all areas being inspected. White heavy checkmark. Clean up the work area so the inspector can move safely. White heavy checkmark. Be present and available to answer questions. White heavy checkmark. Have a copy of the relevant specification sheets, lumber grades, pipe specs, etc. White heavy checkmark. Do not argue with the inspector. If you disagree with a correction, follow up through official channels. The inspector will note the corrections required on the inspection record. Make all required corrections. Schedule a re-inspection through Epic LA. Re-inspections may carry an additional fee. For certain types of construction, special inspections are required beyond the standard county inspections. These are continuous or periodic inspections performed by a special inspector, a third-party professional hired by the owner, separate from the county inspector. Special inspections are typically required for high-strength concrete, over 2,500 psi for certain applications, structural steel welding and bolting masonry construction, seismic resistance systems, moment frames, shear walls and high seismic zones. Soils work is specified by the geotechnical engineer. Your structural engineer or architect will specify which special inspections are required on your approved plans. A statement of special inspections must be submitted before permit issuance. The special inspector files reports with the county. These must be complete and on file before your final inspection can pass. Phase 5, the final inspection. This is the last inspection before your project is considered complete. All construction must be fully finished, no items can be pending. All prior inspections have passed, verified in the system, all special inspection reports are on file and signed off. Construction matches the approved plans. All electrical work is complete, fixtures installed, panel labeled. All plumbing is complete, fixtures installed, water on and functional. All mechanical systems, HVAC, are operational. Smoke and carbon monoxide detectors are installed and functional. Proper egress exit doors, exit windows in sleeping rooms, handrails and guardrails are installed and meet height requirements. Exterior work is complete, grading, drainage, walkways for new construction and major additions. A final energy inspection may be required. This could include a duct leakage test by a certified HERS rater, lighting inspection to verify Title 24 compliant fixtures, insulation verification by a HERS rater. Do not occupy a new building before the final inspection passes. Occupying a building without a certificate of occupancy is illegal and can result in fines and required vacating of the premises. Once your final inspection passes and all other required agency clearances are received, the county will issue your certificate of occupancy, sometimes called a CO or COFO. The certificate of occupancy is an official document that certifies the building was constructed according to approved plans. It meets all applicable codes. It is safe for its intended use and occupancy for residential additions and remodels. The final approval may take the form of a signature on the inspection card rather than a separate certificate document. For new buildings and major projects, a formal certificate of occupancy will be issued. How to obtain your CO? Before we wrap up, let's talk about the most common causes of delays and how to avoid them. Here are the key resources you'll need throughout this process. Epic LA Portal, Permits and Inspections. epicla.lacounty.gov. LA County Building and Safety, dpw.lacounty.gov/building-and-safety. Permits Overview, permits.lacounty.gov. Service Locator, find your jurisdiction. Permits.lacounty.gov. Service Locator. Epic LA Help Email, epiclahelp@lacounty.gov. LA County Fire Department Plan Check, fire.lacounty.gov. Title 24 Energy Compliance, energy.ca.gov/title-24. Let's recap the 5 phases. Phase 1, confirm you need a permit and what type. Use the service locator to confirm your jurisdiction. Phase 2, submit your application through Epic LA or register, submit a base application, upload your plans, and pay plan check fees. Phase 3, plan review. Work with your architect or engineer to address corrections promptly. Once approved, print your permit and post it on site. Phase 4, construction inspections. Schedule through Epic LA at least 24 hours in advance. Never cover work before it passes inspection. Have your plans on site. Phase 5, final inspection and certificate of occupancy. Make sure everything is complete, all special inspection reports are on file, and all agency clearances are received. Pass your final inspection and you'll receive your CO. That's the complete LA County inspections process. If you found this video helpful, share it with anyone who's planning a construction project in LA County. Good luck with your build.